Hello, it's your girl Britt. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Run It Back with Britt. Sorry I missed last week, had a lot going on, but I am back just in time for the 2021 NFL Draft. It is here. I am so excited. Before we get into this, make sure you guys follow me on all social media at I am Britt Johnson. Don't forget to like this video, click subscribe, and of course, join that Noti gang for updates. So let's get into my draft day preview. This year is a bit different after a long, very long 2020 where college football season almost did not happen, you guys. You guys remember that? We almost did not have a college football season. Most conferences started pretty late. Some, like the Pac-12, started really late. But we all got a season in some capacity, whether it was 8 games, 5 games, whatever. So yes, the amount of games, the lack of fans, COVID, all of that is going into what we're now going to see in this 2021 NFL draft. The biggest thing that we are seeing a difference leading up to the draft is no NFL combine. I don't even remember the last time I didn't see an NFL combine. It's kind of super crazy. What this all means is hand-timed 40-yard dash numbers will be coming through. The showcase of some interesting new drill techniques, which I kind of love to watch during these pro days. I say all that to say I don't really think the NFL has yet to come up with a magic formula that predicts what college athletes are going to transition into future pro football Hall of Famers. Does the 40 time or the size of a player really secure the level of success a player has? No, there are many instances, current and past NFL players, that have proven that it really doesn't matter how you do in the NFL Combine. Just look at guys like Emmitt Smith, who was just 5'9". He ran a 4.55 and is still to this day the all-time leading rusher in the NFL. Even Jerry Rice ran, guess what guys, a 4.71. Yes, a 4.71 is what he ran. We know guys like Tom Brady, who was a 6th round pick, and even guys like Drew Brees, two guys that are the very best at what they do, did not have pre-draft performances that were great at all. Like, not even close. Like, go look at what Tom Brady did. Not good. Antonio Brown. I'm going to break down Antonio Brown's stats, okay, you guys? Antonio Brown ran a 4.65 40. He had only a 33.5-inch vertical and a 6.98 second 3-cone. He also had an 8'9" broad jump, which was the worst, the very worst amongst wide receivers that tested that year. I mean, the list really can go on and on, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. Is the combine truly relevant? Well, I guess we will see that tested this year because the players did not have a combine. Yes, players did participate in pro days around the country, and many had agents submit their game tapes, but this draft will definitely be interesting to see what players end up being future Hall of Famers, Pro Bowlers, Super Bowl MVPs. I'm excited for this class because still doing school and football during a pandemic is not an easy task. A lot of these players were basically put in lockdown situations where they were in dorms unless they were going to or from practice and weren't allowed to see anybody the entire season. Add that to all the social justice and police brutality and political issues we've had this past year. One thing this draft class will not lack is tenacity and character. That is the true heart of a great athlete and good teammate. I mean, players like Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, who are on top of the draft board, I think they're going to be great NFL players. They literally are good guys on and off the field. We remember Justin Fields and all the stuff that he did to even get his conference to play so they could have a season this year. He led the way for that. Trevor Lawrence has done a lot of stuff with social justice stuff and been very vocal, which I love about him too. All of his teammates say that he's a great guy, and I think he'll be a great leader of whatever football team he joins. Devontae Smith has been credited as being a tremendously good hard worker. I mean, the way he stepped up after Jalen Waddles got injured, and we literally saw him utilized all over that offense without a hiccup. Their coach was literally trying to figure out what to do in the situation after Jalen got hurt, and he took control over everything, won so many awards this season, including Heisman Trophy. I think he honestly is going to be one of those guys that transitions into a great NFL player. Kyle Pitts is another one. Oh, Cowboys Nation, please. I love Kyle. I think he's amazing. His improvement, though, is what really got me. He literally had an insane season at Florida this past year. Florida only had 8 games this last season due to COVID, and he had 12 touchdowns in those 8 games, which is more than double what he had in a full season in 2019, where he just had 5 touchdowns. And then obviously his first season in 2018, he had just 1 touchdown. Like, look at his stats across the board. He is literally improved like crazy every single year, and I think that's just going to transition into his NFL career as well. Like, he is a good coachable player, and he, I think, is going to be a great addition to any team. I mean, can we just put it out there? Next Tony Gonzalez? Next Antonio Gates? I mean, better than both of them combined? Let's do it. Let's do it, Kyle Pitts. Now, I'm definitely not going to mention the draft order at all and where I think which player is going to go where, because day of, second of, hour before, these might change. The order might change because there might be some swaps. There are 2 teams that I do want to mention that are forfeiting draft picks this year. Obviously, we know the New England Patriots forfeit their 3rd round pick because of their filming of the Cincinnati Bengals game in 2019. Because they are cheaters. They can't help themselves, right? And Minnesota Vikings are forfeiting their 7th round pick because of salary cap violation. Eagles actually have the most picks in this draft with 11, and Seahawks have the fewest with 3. Yes, 3 picks in the draft. Best of luck to you, Seahawks. I mean, this draft is so monumental because of what happened in 2020 with the pandemic and everything leading up to this draft. This is huge. This literally could change how, you know, NFL teams scout moving forward. I think this draft class is honestly going to have a lot more successful players that have long careers than you guys would even imagine in years past, just because of the resilient and the tenacity and the character that these guys have. I am so excited to see. I think the NFL really needs players like this, and they're going to come in. They're going to start changing the game. I see it. I have vision for this. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for the special draft edition of Run It Back with Britt. I am Britt Johnson. Make sure you follow me on all social media at I am Britt Johnson. Don't forget to like this video, click subscribe, join my Noti gang, all that fun stuff. I love you guys. See you next time. Peace.